You just got a compliment, but it feels off. You can't quite put your finger on it, but the vibe is wrong. Your guard goes up, your inner voice says, back away now. And whatever that person wanted from you, they ain't getting it. Well, here's the thing. The person thought a compliment always builds connection. Turns out though, the wrong compliment actually destroys trust in seconds. And what I want to show you is how to make sure your compliments always land so that they always build rapport. Hi folks, if you're new here, my name is Alan and I publish videos on building rapport, influencing people, and the personal growth that goes along with it. So I got this red flag of a compliment when I was living in Melbourne and I was shopping for a long winter coat for my office job. Went into a nice store and the woman asks, "So what do you do?" And I said, "Oh, I'm an accountant." She goes, "Oh, I knew it would be something like that." Yuck. Yuck. It just rubbed me the wrong way. Like it was a nice store, but 100% it gave me the vibe of a second-hand car salesman who's got, a pocket full of stock lines and way too much confidence. It's ugh, I don't want it. Because it was so impersonal. She probably says that to everyone who walks through the door. Like, it's a compliment that's got nothing to do with me. It's like saying to somebody, "Oh, that color looks good on you. That color looks good on you." You can say it to 100 people thinking it's building rapport. But it's not. She can say to everybody, "Oh, what do you do?" "Huh, that's fantastic." Yeah, that energy ruins rapport. What do I mean by that? Well, let's look at what rapport really is first. So in our deep rapport model, what we have is, it starts off with two things. There is you and there is me. And we want to get up to the third part, and that is we. And how that happens, this is how rapport is built. I have some energy and my energy goes up here. You have some energy, your energy goes up here, and it circulates. And that energy, that exchange of energy, creates a connection. And that's what rapport is. It's a step above being polite. We are now connected. We like each other. The awkward bits at the start or the politeness have gone. We've shifted the relationship. Only a small bit, but we now kind of trust each other a little bit. But what the lady did with the compliment that could have been targeted to anybody, she didn't send good vibes. She sent bad vibes. She sent cold energy. She sent cold energy into the we. So of course that makes my energy go down. And as I said, I just wanted to back away all the way out the store. Exit, stage left. It is now awkward. There is no connection. I'm not even being polite anymore. It's awkward and I want to leave. Just want to get out the store. I ain't buying anything from you, you dodgy second-hand car salesman sounding woman in a coat store. Guys, I swear I'm over it. I swear I'm over it. I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter. I did get a nice coat in the end, and I wasn't at that store. Oh, that's another story of how I got tricked. Anyway, another day. So, that's what happens when you give a compliment that's not personable, right? And I asked my wife about this. I said, "Have you ever been chatted up and got a line that was really, stock salesman, second-hand car salesman, and just made you feel, ugh?" She said, yeah. She was talking to a guy and he says to her, "Oh, I've really got a thing for pretty blondes." My wife's like, "Are you kidding me?" So I could just be anybody. Once I'm a pretty blonde, you do not care. So you do not care about Declare. My wife's name is Claire. That's Declare my personality and society. No. Once I've got blonde hair, that's it. That's the bar for you. Just pretty blonde. Well, that made my wife feel very seen, didn't it? No. This happened to her 15 years ago when I asked her. She was so bitter about this guy. Like she ended up going on a rant, and I nearly wished I hadn't asked. Because I was trying to write the script for this video. Anyway, I digress. But the right compliment is going to energize somebody because they feel seen. So you are going to put some energy into them. They're going to get energy here, and they're going to feel seen, and they're going to be happy, right? They're going to be happy. And they'll end up putting more energy into the we, because you've lit a little fire underneath them with your compliment by seeing them. They've energies lifted, and they're going to put more energy into the we. So what are some ways that you can give simple compliments that show people you have noticed them? Because that's the important part. They feel noticed. So with women, it can be a little bit easier because they wear nicer clothes than men, or they wear clothes that are more colorful, and it's easy to notice them. So you could say to a lady, "Oh, I like how your blouse matches your bag." And she's like, "Oh, thanks. I chose that on purpose." And she likes that because you've noticed the effort she took that morning to dress a little bit matchy-matchy. And it's not like just going, "Oh, that color looks good on you," because that's not personable. It's, I see what you're wearing, I notice you, and that's going to give her energy. And then again, your you, me, is going to come to the we, and the energy is going to circle around, and it's beautiful. But what about the guys? It can be a bit harder with the guys to compliment the fashion. If it's all a bit just kind of ordinary, or it's not, flamboyant and colorful like the women. Well, back in corporate, if I walk into a meeting and I saw someone with a new haircut, I would compliment the guy's haircut. Side note, you get extra brownie points for complimenting guys in a public setting because they don't get many compliments to start with, never mind in a public setting. So in the team meeting, I'd be like, "Hey Mick, the new haircut looks sharp." And he smiles. People have a little bit of a laugh. I don't know why people laugh about that, but it's a happy kind of giggle that a guy complimented another guy. But the energy goes up, and then everybody enjoys being around Alan because I've lifted the energy and making people feel good about themselves. I said this to someone on Zoom not too long ago. I said, "New haircut," and he goes, "Yeah, had to look good because the wife has been on holidays in Bali." And we had a bit of a laugh about that, about him looking good for the wife when she comes back. But then it also moved beyond the connection and into play, because I said to him, "Why did your wife go on holidays without you?" And then we all had a bit of a laugh about that and whatnot. And it was a good time. So when you learn to give personal compliments, it's really going to accelerate how you build rapport with people, and it's not going to be awkward at all. You're going to make people feel good about themselves. They're going to enjoy your presence, right? And that means, a colleague is going to be happy to do something for you. That means a client is going to do more referrals for you. Because when people enjoy being around you, you've built trust, you've built rapport, and that's going to bring you more success with your relationships.